All right, what's good? What's good, man? Let's get into it. Let's talk about Matthew Stafford and why he will be bouncing back in 2023. Now, for anybody who's been living under a rock or anybody who doesn't know, Matthew Stafford suffered, I think, an elbow injury and a spinal injury this last season. Now, Stafford is 35. I will give you that. Stafford is not in his 20s anymore. He's not even in his early 30s anymore. He's in his mid 30s. So I know this is probably a death knell for Matthew Stafford. I don't believe that. I honestly think Matthew Stafford will have a bounce back year next year. Now, am I saying he's going to throw for 4,000 yards and 40 touchdowns or anything like that? No. But I looked at this Rams team, right? And I noticed two things. Cooper Kupp will be coming back. And people are going to say, well, Cooper Kupp's coming off an ACL tear. Cooper Kupp is a slot receiver. People are acting like Cooper Kupp is like Stephon Diggs or Jamar Chase or something like that. He needs all this athleticism and speed to be great. Cooper Kupp is a slot receiver. All he needs to do is really get open and get his 7 to 10 yards each time. But I did notice something about this. They have Cam Akers, shout out to Cam Akers, Florida State, and they have Sony Michel from Georgia back in the day. And they also drafted a lot of rookies on this team. And if there's one coach I can trust with talent, it's Sean McVay. Sean McVay can make nothing out of something. Sean McVay is a top 5 coach in this league right now. But at the same time, I honestly think the Rams will be a run-first team towards the beginning of the year, and Stafford will get his legs behind him, and then that's when Sean McVay will unleash Matthew Stafford and Cooper Kupp and all these boys. Because for people sitting here saying the Rams are going to be trash next year, I don't see it. If you want to say the 49ers are going to be better than them, that's fine. If you want to say, the Eagles and the Cowboys are going to be better than them, that's fine. But Geno Smith, no, I don't believe in Seattle. I mean, even with the 49ers, their quarterback situation, I'm not a fan of Brock Purdy. I'm not going to do a video on Brock Purdy because he's so irrelevant, but I'm not a big fan of Brock Purdy. I'm not a fan of Geno Smith. Kyler Murray's going to be out for the majority of the year. Are we sure the Rams, with a top 5 coach, Stafford coming back healthy? He even said it himself. He's feeling good. He's been throwing a lot in practice. He's working with these 6 rookies that they drafted. They have Sony Michel and Cam Akers in the backfield, which means they're going to be running the ball a lot. Are we sure the Rams are not going to be good next year? Are we sure Matthew Stafford will not have a comeback season next year? Are we sure about that? I know the Rams don't have a lot of fans, but at the same time, anybody who's a Rams fan or a Matthew Stafford fan or has thoughts about the Rams, just let me know. Are we sure about that? That division, once again, just because Seattle and the 49ers went to the playoffs, doesn't mean they're going to do the same thing next year. I mean, 49ers don't even have a quarterback. Who's their quarterback? Brock Purdy? I'm not sold on Brock Purdy. I don't think he's good. Jimmy G's gone. Trey Lance is a bust. Sam Darnold? You're going to rely on Sam Darnold, the guy who sees ghosts, who talks to Casper the Friendly Ghost every Sunday? Geno Smith with the Seattle Seahawks? You really believe in them? And for all the Geno fanboys who are going to come on this who's going to come in my comment section, please shut up. Geno's so trash. He's so garbage. He's probably going to get punched out this whole season like he did back with the Jets. And once again, Kyler Murray and the Cardinals. Come on. Kyler Murray's out until November, end of November. Are we sure Matthew Stafford and the Rams are dead in the water? Are we sure about that? Because they really have no draft picks for the next few years. So why wouldn't they try to win now? I mean, let's be fair. Why would they try to win now? I'm not saying they're going to win the Super Bowl. No. But I'm just saying to the fact that, listen, Matthew Stafford was coming back healthy. He wasn't healthy last year. He wasn't healthy. In 2021, he messed up his elbow. And throughout the whole offseason, the training camps and stuff, he wasn't really throwing. He was handing the ball off. So he came into the season hurt. McVay benched him. He didn't play for the rest of the year. They had Baker and whoever else out there. Unfortunately, what's his name? Cup got injured, but at the same time, he's healthy now. Cup is healthy now. He's throwing in practice. He said he feels good. I know a lot of people say, oh, they feel good and stuff like that. But at the same time, I have to take his word for it. I have to take his word for it. I mean, if Aaron Rodgers can still play, why can't Matthew Stafford? Russ is almost there too. Why can't Matthew Stafford? And I'm just saying, look, listen, man. When it comes to the Rams, I'm not saying watch out for them, but don't be shocked if they sneak in that wild card. Do not be shocked if Matthew Stafford puts up 3,500 yards. Don't be shocked. Don't be shocked. Don't be shocked if he puts up 30 touchdowns. I honestly think the Rams are going. I think Sean McVay, for the first maybe 4 to 5 weeks, is going to come out and run the ball and make Matthew Stafford do a lot of play action. You have to remember, this is Sean McVay we're talking about. This is a genius we're talking about. This isn't just some one-hit wonder who won a Super Bowl. This is a guy who's been to 2 Super Bowls in the last, 5 years? He made Jared Goff work. You don't think he can make Matthew Stafford work? I get it. Stafford's injured. Stafford was injured. He had an elbow problem. But at the same time, Josh Allen had an elbow problem. Kirk Cousins has been injured. Everybody's injured in football. It's about how you bounce back and how your team is. And I see the fact that they have Sony Michel, who's a good running back, decent running back, and they have Cam Akers, who, shout out to my Florida State Seminoles. I think Sean McVay is going to make Matthew Stafford run the ball, and Matthew Stafford, towards the end of the year, will look like the old Matthew Stafford. That's what I'm predicting right here, right now. The Rams will get into the wild card. I predict that right now. For real, I predict that right now. Besides the Eagles, Giants, Cowboys, 49ers, I'll give them that. And then I got the Bucs winning that, and then whoever comes out the Bears division, which we'll just say the Vikings. There's one more wild card spot. Let me ask you a question. Who do you trust more, Matthew Stafford or Geno Smith, to have a good year? Matthew Stafford or Geno Smith? I'm sorry, I don't believe in Geno. You can't be trash for a decade and be good. At least Matthew Stafford was good with the Lions. At least Matthew Stafford went to the Super Bowl and he was good. Just because he had one injury-prone year, that doesn't mean he's going to be injury-prone throughout his whole career. I believe Matthew Stafford and Cooper Kupp, for that matter, but mainly Matthew Stafford, will bounce back. I think they're going to be a run-first team, a play-action team, and then towards the end of the year, watch out for them. Watch out for Stafford. That's all I got to say. And also, by the way, I know that defense isn't the best. I know Aaron Donald's still there. I know them boys still there. But let's not forget, this is the Rams that we're talking about. Are we sure the Rams won't Oh, they have Jordan Filler on this team? That's what's up. That's what's up, man. This is the Rams. Are we sure the Rams can't make these 6 rookies can't make something out of these 6 rookies? Are we sure about that? The Rams did have a little draft this year. Now, granted, they didn't have any first or second round picks, I don't think. But Sean McVay can make he can make nothing out of something, like I said. These rookies might be good for what they do. These rookies actually might be good for what they do. Sean McVay might put them in the right situations, whether offense or defense. And by the way, let's not act like, would it shock you if the Rams signed Dalvin Cook? I know I was just talking about Sony Michel and Cam Akers, but would it shock you if they signed Dalvin Cook? The way how Dalvin Cook is going by now, I'm pretty sure Sean McVay is like, we'll give you $9 million. We'll give you $9 million for 2 years, help Stafford run the ball, and you can be on play action, and you can receive the ball when we're doing play action when he starts passing the ball more. Do not be shocked that Dalvin Cook signs with the Rams to help out Matthew Stafford. And as it goes for Matthew Stafford, I think he's going to have a bounce-back year next year. He said he's feeling healthy. He's throwing more in training. He's throwing more in practice now and OTAs and stuff. And I think Matthew Stafford is a quarterback to watch out for. I don't know if comeback player of the year. He might win comeback player. Matthew Stafford is in contention to win comeback player of the year. You never know. You never know, man. But that's my thoughts, man. What are yours? What's your thoughts on Matthew Stafford and the Rams? I think he's going to have a comeback year in 2023, and the Rams might sneak into the wild card. I'm not saying they're going to go to the Super Bowl or anything, but they might sneak into the wild card, and you never know, man. That's my thoughts. What are yours? RJ out.